Hey, how is going on guys? This is Ray. Exciting time at the end of 2015 or the very beginning of 2016. We're looking at the Asus Zenfone Zoom. So almost a year, the one I'm holding is finally the retail version. Both the software and the hardware are expected to be the same as you guys are getting. This is such a rare piece of technology. Look at how thick it is, 12mm in 2015. But hey, just 12mm at the thickest point, while 5 on the edges. And the 13 megapixels camera supports 3 times optical zoom, which means zoom without sacrificing details. With optical image stabilization, dual-tone flash, laser autofocus, and it is a whole year lens. Unlike phones and cameras including the Galaxy K Zoom, the dual periscope mechanism on the Zenfone Zoom makes optical zoom possible on a thin and light smartphone. Mind you, the aperture reduces from f2.7 to f4.8 as the focal length increases, while a dedicated camera shutter key and a video record button are found on the right side of the device. Looking at the side and the back, the Zenfone Zoom looks almost identical to a digital camera. But it is not the case when we turn around the phone. The design language is basically the same as the previous Zenphones. The Asus logo on the top, the iconic chin on the bottom, and 3 navigation buttons without LED backlight are all here, as always. The iconic humongous bezels are also here. Generally speaking, it is still the most premium looking Zenfone I've held, thanks to the metal frame and the fake leather on the back, even though it is plastic. It is plastic and it's removable. It gives access to the microSD card slot and the SIM tray. No dual SIM here, no removable battery as well. So, optical zoom. You can zoom in and snap a photo without losing any details and sharpness, theoretically. Look at how the cropped photos compare to the photos taken with zoom originally. I'm glad to say the optical zoom on the Zenfone Zoom works really well, but low light performance is mediocre. Artificial effect is noticeable, especially in night scenes. The front-sided illuminated sensor did a great job in reducing the digital noise, but the level of details is not up to the standard in 2015. I still appreciate Asus brings optical zoom to a regular sized Android phone. Without optical zoom, I'll miss those moments. Move on to the user experience. The specification is still the same as the Zenfone 2, with the Intel Atom Z3580 quad-core 64-bit processor, 4GB of RAM, and running Android 5.0 backed with Zen UI. Double tap to wake and sleep is handy. The layout is a bit old school in contrast, but it is highly customizable. The font size, the icon layout, as well as the whole theme can be modified. It is one of the most user customizable interface to be exact. The major downside is the huge amount of bloatware. Anyone who owns a Zenfone used the Zen Circle or the Zen Talk before. Comment if you did and like the video if you didn't. Joking, just like if you enjoy watching the video. One other problem is the keyboard. Simply not responsive enough. The alphabets pop up like 100 milliseconds delay, so you may have to download an alternative from Play Store. Otherwise, day-to-day performance is solid, the transition animation is smooth, and the UI is responsive. 3D gaming on the Zenfone Zoom is far from perfect, though. Frequent frame drops are captured, even in an unexpected crash. And here are the benchmarks. The Intel chip performs closer to the Snapdragon 801 rather than the 810. We can still classify this as a high-end phone, but optimization is needed. The speaker on the back, however, is surprisingly great. I was amazed by the volume and the bass, the clarity as well, great speaker. On the back, not great, but still a good one. So yes, the display. I usually comment on the display a bit earlier in the review, but this time around, there is nothing special and inspirational. The 5.5 inches 1080p IPS screen is just fine. The white balance is on the greenish side, while the maximum brightness is also not high enough for using under direct sunlight. The viewing angle scores a passable grade, with noticeable but not serious light bleeding when the phone is tilted. Enough for the downsides. I do appreciate the preloaded display calibration app, splendid. We can switch between modes, or even directly calibrate the display to the desired color temperature, saturation as well. The green tint can be also replaced by a red one. It's all your choice. The battery on the Zenfone Zoom is also nothing special, a typical 3000 mAh battery. And 5% was left after 4 hours 45 minutes YouTube videos playback with the highest screen brightness. After calculations, 20% is left after 4 hours playback. Not bad at all. So let me wrap it up for you. The Zenfone Zoom is a smartphone which has a camera-like chassis on the sides and the back, with excellent build quality. If you really enjoy taking photos with optical zoom, but do not want too much bulk, then the Zenfone Zoom is a great offer. It is still a smartphone camera, keep that in mind. The speaker is unexpectedly great, while most other components including the display, hardware and software, scores a passable grade, but do not expect too much. So here it is, the Asus Zenfone Zoom. Like this video if you like this, and don't forget to subscribe. Once again, this is Ray. See you next time.